everybody. Welcome to My Worst Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina, and I'm railing about AI again.
Aren't we always? I mean, but we have reason to.
Tilly
I don't think
Norwood.
it's unfounded.
Yeah. That's not supposed to be. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because what AI and what technology is meant to do is make it so that we work less and then we can all do what we want, like create art. And it's doing the opposite. They're using AI to create art and making us all work more. Like I just heard a big thing in tech now is the 996, basically working 9 to 9, 6 days a week.
Fuck you. Fuck you all day.
Yeah. And I'm just like, we have.
For what?
We have
Why?
so much in the hands of like 3 people. This is so fucked up. And I read somewhere that like AI companions, like a vast majority of teens have an AI companion. And I'm like, this is not good.
It's very bad.
Not good.
It's very, very bad. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've said this, the same thing as many different ways as I can possibly say it, but removing connection to other human beings, and that includes art, by the way, because art is a way that people connect, right?
Absolutely.
So it's just like removing human connection and the ability to connect with other human beings on a human level is the worst thing that could happen to society.
Yeah.
Because it's going to already, I feel like empathy and compassion is at an all-time low. And there's so much division in this country specifically, but all around the world, that it's just like it makes it easier for you to separate yourself from other people whenever you have no concept of human connection or you feel you have no need for it.
But
right? It's like, why?
You can boil this down to all being a product of capitalism, period. Because the fact of the matter is how many people actually own real art, real pieces of art from a real artist in their home. Almost, right. I mean, like we all own some kind of print that was cool that ended up being made into other prints that were sold at Target or, I mean, most people.
I would say, yeah, I have art in my home. However, I'm going to counter that just a little bit because people can't afford, like, real art is expensive. And, like, lots of people cannot afford to buy original pieces. I don't think there's anything wrong with having prints, though. I don't think there's anything wrong with having, like, a print of a beautiful piece of artwork that a human being created.
And if I
had because
finished what my point was being is that exactly that. People should have access to art. You're absolutely right. I think that there are enough artists who are not trying to sell like their paintings like they're the next Picasso. I'm not saying owning art needs to be expensive, but this type of mentality of owning prints as just repetitive pieces of, like, I have prints as well, and I mean, sure, but I don't even know what artist this is. I just found a really cool picture I like. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I think that capitalism, this idea that art should be cheap, then therefore we get cheap art. Therefore we get AI creating cheap art. Nobody wants to spend money on art. So then we end up.
Well, nobody has money for fucking food or health insurance anymore. Yeah, so, at the end of the day, it's like it's wealth hoarding and wealth inequality and gross billionaires doing their little like hoarding things, and that's the reason why we can't have nice
that's
things.
Exactly it. It's just like nobody, because of course, like people like us are going to look at AI and say AI should be used in such a way that everyone to remove labor from human beings.
That's
so that
right.
Everybody can live a relaxed life. We can have a universal basic income. We can create. We can form communities. We can form connection. We can do all that stuff. But look at what happened in 2020 when people had just like a second to relax and think and talk to each other and compare notes, the people fucking rose up because they're like, actually, all of this shit isn't okay. Like we have time. We're not all spending all of our time on labor for these 5 companies that are in control of everything, or these corporations. And that was bad for them. For people in power, that was not good. So like they want to keep us working. They want to keep our minds busy. They don't want us to be able to like have time to really develop connections and really care about what's happening to other people.
Right.
Because what's happening to other people TikTok. Is really fucking bad.
Yeah. Like, that's why they're taking real TikTok away from us and putting it in the hands of fucking crazy trillionaire Larry Ellison of Oracle. But the whole AI companion thing, listen, I know that we have a podcast dedicated to bad dates. Dating is not easy.
You think this is going to make it easier, though?
But
you got a whole generation of people who don't know how to talk to other human beings?
That's exactly right. It's like dating is not easy, but the reward can be incredible. Like, you can have incredibly fun experiences, too. I recognize that's not this podcast. This isn't your best date. But
sometimes it's fun for us to listen to later.
Exactly. But it's still, like, if you are... And I get it. The world is difficult right now and the world is lonely. And AI companionship, it's kind of like the McDonald's of connection. You know what I mean? Like in a fix, it might make you feel good, but it's not, there's nothing healthy for you there. Right. It's not long term. You shouldn't be eating fucking McDonald's every day, and you shouldn't be falling in love with ChatGPT or Keanu Reeves on fucking Facebook. I feel so freaking scared for a lot of people. I think people are going to use this to harm and control. And
they are.
I don't think and they already are. Yeah. They already are. You know?
Well, I mean, love scammers have existed forever without this. So, like, imagine what's going to happen now. I was actually just watching a show because Cassie, you were telling us about TikTok. There's like a woman who was trying to convince her mom that she's not dating a celebrity. And especially for like older generations who maybe are not as tech savvy, didn't grow up on the internet the way that we did, with these scams. Like, it's easy to be scammed anyway. I've been watching this show. I only watched a couple episodes of it, but it's the woman from the Tinder Swindler. And she has a new show on Netflix that's like exposing, I can't remember what it's called. It's like hunting love fraud people.
Yeah.
And they go in. It's her
about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It's her and a private investigator. And they go in and they're just like, we're going to help you, get justice for this love
fraud, I need to watch this
scam that was
it's
done
so
on
good.
You.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's so hard to prosecute those cases. And it's so easy. Everybody, especially because everybody is so longing for like love and connection. I think it's easier than you think to get taken by these people. And now you've got, a group of people, maybe older people who are a little bit more naive to the tricks of the internet. And you've got AI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get videos sent from my mom, God bless her, and she'll be like, look how big this dog is. And it's like,
like, Mama. Tikan.
But
baby.
You think about it, it's easy. There's, you've got Sora too. You've got Google that you can do it. You can enter a chat prompt and say, I want Keanu Reeves to profess his love to this person, and you can make that video. You can make that video.
Poor Keanu Reeves is like, please keep my name out of your mouth. He's such a nice man. Like, he's like, I don't want any part of this.
It's so sad.
Feel like I saw another like older woman that thought she was dating Matt Damon or something like that. And it's just like, it's so sad.
And he's been married to the same woman for like 25 years.
Right. Well, and the one I just sent you guys was a woman who was apparently thinks that she's dating the lead singer of Creed. So,
well, you know what? That one feels like whoever decided to do that love scam was like, we're going to be realistic about this. We're going to, it's not Brad Pitt.
No. God. Oh, my God. The Brad Pitt in the hospital bed is still one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Listeners can find that on our Instagram. I did post that when that happened. Oh, my God. Where he's holding up a sign that's like, Linda, I love you, or something.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's clearly like a photoshopped, like
Clear.
they cut his head
So
off
obvious.
of like a red carpet appearance and put it on a hospital.
Fooled by that.
Yeah.
That level. So now we're to the point where I'm like, even the president of our fucking country is reposting medbed bullshit. Where I'm like,
I hate it here.
We're so cooked. We're so cooked.
It's awful.
Sir, do you not remember recording that? He's like, oh, yeah, this ad's finally out.
No. Look at this cool thing I did.
We got medbeds.
I sound great on you.
I sound so articulate.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Not fumbling or nothing.
Oh, my God.
God, stay safe out there, folks.
Yeah.
Question everything. I do find myself questioning everything, though.
Oh,
that's true.
everything.
It's like if I see anything that's remotely cool, like if I see a cute new animal that I've never seen before, there used to be a time when I'd be like, oh, the world is so mysterious and fascinating, and look at this adorable mammal I've never seen before with giant ears. And now I'm like, is that I need several different sources to confirm.
Yeah.
That's a real animal.
Chris showed me
before I get my hopes up or send this to anybody.
Chris showed me today a video of a cat taking a fish and them running after it. I'm like, that's got to be AI. And he looked at it. He's like, God damn it is AI.
God damn it.
I know.
I hate this. This is so sad.
Now, on the other flip side of things, if you do see Hanna-Barbera style cartoons of us as clips, I have been experimenting and stuff like that. That is one way I think to use AI. But it's not really AI. It's it's uploading audio and having it help create something. So I don't know where the line is for that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a difficult thing, too, to know where you should stand on this stuff, because I very proudly to this day have still never used ChatGPT for anything. But I know at a certain point, it's like like at work, they want me to be taking like AI classes, like on how to utilize it, which I do understand it is a tool, but I'm just so turned off by all the ways that it has been used that I just don't even want to fuck with it at all. I feel like such an old lady in that way where I'm just like,
Well, I mean, for me, I'm just wondering when the bubble's going to burst, because the environmental impact and how
that too,
and the cost of it, like I'm wondering where this all goes, like a couple years from now. So we'll see, but truly stay safe out there. And like, I've been trying to make time for reading, time for friends, and like actually sitting and being with real people.
Yes.
I'm trying to limit my news and screen time as a just mental precaution, because it feels like every day is a constant stress barrage. And it's also just difficult to be informed around a lot of people who aren't informed, because like, am I crazy? Like, you know what I mean?
I feel crazy all the time. I feel like people think that I am some insane, like, conspiracy theorist, like, tin hat, like, person. And I'm like, I don't think I'm overreacting.
I don't think I am either.
Like, I don't think I'm overreacting at all. I think that I am reacting appropriately and everybody else is underreacting.
Right.
But with that said, I would highly recommend, like, a couple things that I have done that I feel like have helped to balance me is every night when I get in bed, I list off the things I'm grateful for every single night. I think it's so important to remind yourself that it's like, this world is shit in so many ways, but you have so many things that you can be thankful for. Regardless of your situation, there's something, even if it's just like one thing that you can think of that you are grateful for.
Yeah.
That helps your mental health so much. And two, honestly, I know how it can sound to people, but like 10 minutes of meditation, like any kind, even if it's just like not like quote unquote successful meditation where your mind is completely quiet. That's not what I'm even saying, but just like actually just sitting and being in the moment, just like breathing in the moment, closing your eyes and being still for like
God.
10 minutes.
That's my nightmare. You are literally scaring me. I know it's
so good for your mental health.
So
it is so
hard
good for
to
your
meditate,
mental health, I promise.
But woof, dude.
I know it's hard. But like the thing is, I think we think it's hard, both you and I, because we have like perfectionist tendencies and we want to like do it the right way. But you're there by yourself. There is no like right way to do it. You're just being there present in the moment and not thinking about the future or thinking about the past or thinking about what you need to do right now.
Tell my
or
brain that.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like,
you should be and it's just,
oh my gosh. Yeah. Right now I'm like thinking, oh, I got to call Synchrony Bank about that couch. Like,
but exactly. Like, oh, that's why you should work on quieting that voice a little bit. I actually do find it really helpful, but I mean, to each their own. I'm not here to.
Shit, I even dream so much. My sleep isn't even quiet.
My sleep is nightmarish. Lately.
I don't like that.
It's so bad. Like, never mind. Anyway,
it's your kitten. Part of it is your kitten.
Oh yeah, I'm not sleeping through. I haven't slept through the night in months.
Yeah,
I have not slept through the night.
I didn't sleep well last night, so I put on Pride and Prejudice and watched the whole thing. And then fell back asleep. Yeah.
Can't meditate? Pride and Prejudice, good alternative.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, we should talk a little bit about, speaking of staying safe out there, just to touch on this, because I know neither of you have heard about this yet. Did you hear about Jennifer Aniston's new boyfriend?
No.
Okay. Jennifer Aniston, I'm loving this continuing trend, Lana Del Rey style, of celebrities just like dating normal people, quote unquote normal people, if that's what you want to call it, because like Lana Del Rey married like an alligator tour guide, and now Jennifer Aniston is dating a hypnotist.
Amazing.
Okay, it's cute.
I'm speechless.
I'm like, okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I don't know how they met. I saw it on like Teffy Talks, hello Teffy. She has her little like talk show thing, and she was talking about it, and she was like, I need to know if she agreed to date him like before or after being hypnotized by him. And I'm like, that is a good question.
That was my first question.
The only question.
Yes.
But I guess she took him to the morning show premiere. She's been double dating with Courtney Cox, like, so it seems a little serious, possibly.
I love it. Listen, hope it works out. I love Jennifer Aniston, so hopefully he's a good guy. But wow. I know the big news that I heard this week was the Nicole Kidman Keith Urban, which is
19 years.
Yeah.
19 years together. Yeah.
Word on the street is he dilly-dallied.
That's what I heard with his guitarist.
I'm sorry. Have you guys seen, because now this is all coming up. Have you guys seen the clip from the Jimmy Fallon late night clip?
No.
Oh my God. So first of all, so fucking weird. Keith Urban's like sitting on the chair and Nicole is sitting on his lap.
Ooh.
Which I hate already. I was like, okay.
In public? I don't like that.
It is so fucking awkward to watch. I will send you a video. It is the most awkward.
Them as a couple never made sense to me. I mean, as an outsider looking in.
Yeah.
It just never really made a lot of sense to me.
It was giving
Australian, I guess.
Julia Roberts and Lyle Lovett to me. That's how I felt about it.
But at least Lyle Lovett seemed like a nice guy.
I mean, I don't know anything about Keith Urban. Like, I really don't. I think that's part of the thing that was strange to me is that she's like a movie star. Like, you know, I don't even know that we have movie stars the way that Nicole Kidman was/is a movie star anymore. You know what I mean? Like, she's a movie star.
Yeah.
And Keith Urban, I've never even heard a Keith Urban
I don't know
song.
her.
Like, seriously. So I was just like, that's a little okay, you know, like she's like a walking goddess on earth. And
yeah, but Jennifer Aniston's dating a hypnotist. Anything can happen.
Dude, this is the wildest timeline ever. I swear to God, I don't even know what to think anymore. And my brain is mush. Who are we going to FMK?
I think it's Lord. Keith Urban.
All of her exes.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's what's happening.
All right. There we go.
Shit. All right.
Keith Urban, Tom Cruise, and Lenny Kravitz.
I think we know what I'm going to do. And I'll just spit it out right away. I'm definitely going to marry Tom Cruise, and I don't care what anybody says. And y'all can groan all you want, but I'm doing it anyway. And you'll be in my wedding, and you'll be at my bachelorette party, and you're going to love me anyway.
I don't think we will be in your wedding because we are suppressive people.
Yes,
that's
just
the truth. Like, they're not going to let us be in your wedding, babe.
Your house will be so spotless from all the little
the labor,
all the free labor.
Oh my God. Anyway, and then I am going to fuck Lenny Kravitz, and I don't know her. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other guy.
Yeet. Well, I'm going to marry Lenny Kravitz. Thanks. And I'm also going to fuck him. And so
for the first time ever, you're breaking the rules entirely. You're just I think fuck those other two people.
Rules are made to be broken. Actually, yeah, no, that's. I mean, if I have to play by the rules, I would not.
It's hard to say,
I would marry and fuck Lenny Kravitz.
I'm gonna do the difficult thing. I will play by the rules. I am also gonna marry Lenny Kravitz.
Obviously,
I think.
Yeah,
obviously. And I actually think that we're going to have a great time.
Keith Urban looks like a Ken doll.
Looks like Katie Lang.
Those highlights, though. Keith Urban's highlights.
I know. Can't get over the highlights. I can't get over the ick that I got from watching fucking Nicole Kidman sit on his lap for an interview.
He does give me ick, you know, but
he's
I think I can.
The human equivalent of a pair of diesel jeans.
Boy. Yeah. This is tough, man. This is tough. Because here's my options here. It's like, at least Tom Cruise is charismatic.
Yeah.
And it's like
nice.
Debatable. But I'm like, it's just one night. So I'm like, I think I could do it. However, his ties to the organization scare me. And getting in bed with him.
He's a Cancer too.
All right. I'm gonna muscle through it and fuck Keith Urban. Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna just push through. And if it was good enough for Nicole for 19 years, I mean, who am I? Who am I?
So was Tom Cruise. So.
Yeah, but did you see the video and pictures of her when she left Tom Cruise?
Yeah,
she was so fucking happy. I cannot.
She looks psychotic. I'm sorry. She's like,
because how bad did that relationship have to be for her to be that happy about that? So
Keith Urban's a Scorpio. He'll be better in bed.
Oh, he'll be better in bed. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm gonna do that. It's just one night, and then I can GTFO. It's fine. So yeah, there we go. Sorry,
what is Lenny?
I'm looking right now.
Feels like an air sign.
I've looked him up before. I think he's like an Aquarius or something.
That sounds right.
5/26.
Taurus.
No, Gemini.
Oh, also makes so much sense.
Air sign. Gemini. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm great. All right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel
so happy with my choices.
I feel as good as I can feel.
I know. Nicole, find yourself a nice looking hypnotist. Settle down.
God damn. I just rewatched The Others this last week. I watched The Others, which I haven't seen in so long.
I love that movie.
Me too. I love that movie so much. She's stunning.
Yeah.
She is so fucking ethereal, beautiful. Lady, stop it.
What's the name of that movie where she has the daughter and it's like a Civil War thing?
Cold Mountain?
I've never seen it.
Beguiled?
Yeah. Have you seen that? Is it good?
I did. It was okay. The one with Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
It was fine. It's a Sofia Coppola, so it was very stylized. It was okay.
I think I'm the only person in this group who's just not a fan of her at all.
Oh, really? I am.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm in between. I'm ambivalent.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen stuff where she's really good and then
yeah.
You know, there's other stuff where I'm like, I don't care for that. Like that
vintage Nicole Kidman is where it's at. That's what I mean. It's like The Others, Cold Mountain.
I don't know The Others. What is The Others?
It's a horror movie, but it's not. It's a ghost story. It's not really a horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not scary. It's
not
really good.
No, it's good. Yeah. It's beautiful. Okay. We do have a new patron this week. So I want to give a big welcome to Haley Hodge. You joined us just in time to get in on book club, which did pick our book for the next 3 weeks. We're going to be reading, I guess it's 2 weeks maybe by the time this episode comes out. But we're going to we decided 3 weeks for the book club for the reading and then discussion, and then 1 week for us to pick a new book. So month to month, that's kind of how we're going to be doing it. And the book that was voted on and chosen, it's one of Christina's picks, and it's The First Witch of Boston. That's right. I did download it. I got it for free with Kindle Unlimited.
Yep, me too.
Yep. Yeah. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, you should be able to get not only the book, but also the audio version for free. So something to look into. I haven't started it yet because I'm in the middle of another book, but I'm super stoked to start it.
I did.
Yeah.
I hadn't checked it out beforehand. It just was a Goodreads recommend or something. And I read a lot of historical fiction. This is not what I thought it was going to be when I opened it up. It's not dry at all. It reads very, very much like fiction. It's really got me.
Good.
Right from the top. It's very, very much a story.
Good.
It really places you in that time period, during the Salem witch trials. So, yeah, I'm really, really liking it. So, the post is up on Patreon. Add your thoughts, ideas, any suggestions too on how to conduct a book club too. We're taking those.
And we have gotten some. So thank you for people who have submitted. We'll get into the groove of how we want to do it. I don't know if we want to do a separate mega thread, if we want to break it down by chapters so that people don't get spoilers. I don't know exactly how we want to conduct it, but y'all let us know if you have suggestions. And in the meantime, thank you so much, Haley, for joining us on Patreon. We're so excited to have you. We legitimately could not do this show without our patrons. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, you guys want to take 5 and then we'll come back with stories?
Sounds good.
And we're back. Okay, Cass.
Okay, I'm going to kick us off with stories because I have the Tainted Love this week. This story starts, my most recent awkward date was with a guy that I met on OkCupid. We hit it off, started texting, he was witty, and we work in the same field, so I agreed to go on a date with him. I arrive at the bar we've agreed to meet at, and he seems nice enough. We order drinks and do the usual chatting, get to know each other. While this is going on, I notice that he's sweating quite a lot and sniffing continuously, but chalk it up to hay fever / nerves. During the course
cocaine.
That was my first thought. I'm like, during the course of the date, it turns out that A, he's married with 4 kids, but don't worry, hun, I'm really discreet.
Ew.
B, apologizes for the previous night's text I didn't think there was anything wrong with them, but he was apparently very drunk when he sent them. To counteract his hangover that day, he finished the full bottle of Jack Daniels that he hides in his desk at work.
Oh, no.
He started drinking at 10 a.m.
No. And, okay, look. Hair of the dog is like one Bloody Mary.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's not an entire bottle of Jack Daniels.
No.
That's bonkers behavior.
No.
That's such a red flag. Like, bro, like, get help. That's, rough.
See,
at work?
Yeah. 10 a.m. at work. The bottle
also,
you hide
think
at work.
You think nobody notices?
You can smell that a mile away.
Jack Daniels is like the most pungent, for sure.
Oh, you might as well be wearing Jack Daniels cologne. I mean,
100%.
one shot and you smell of it, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At 8 p.m., he started to yawn and confesses that in an attempt to make a good impression on me, he'd not had any methadone that day and was therefore getting a bit tired because he usually has a substantial, his words, habit. I made my excuse and left via a massive detour so that he could not see what bus I took to get home.
Yo.
That is fucking problematic.
Somebody message his wife.
No shit.
My God. Molly, you in danger, girl.
No shit.
For real.
Another strong contender for the most awkward date ever included a guy who rolled his eyes upon seeing me and then proceeded to mostly talk about his cardigan collection.
Honestly,
I'd rather have that date.
Like, truly, after the first date, I'm like, a cardigan collection is not so bad. I could borrow one, maybe,
Exactly. Oh, my God. That's too much. Okay. All right. And this girl says, he'd had a crush on me for a while, but I didn't really know he existed until he asked me out. I invited him to join me and some friends at Outside Lands for our first date. The night before, I'd gone out late and woke up still buzzed and rushing towards a hangover. I drove to a Dunkin' Donuts to get a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, hoping if I ate it, I would be okay.
Mm-hmm. That's how you handle a hangover, not a bottle of fucking Jack Daniels in your work desk.
Exactly.
I feel he picks me up and I start eating the sandwich. He tells me about how 2 nights before, he was sitting in his church parking lot when a guy jumped him. The guy beat the shit out of him through the car window, robbed him, and blood had spattered all over the dashboard of his new car. I was naturally shocked and sympathetic, but being the fuck I was, asked why the car was so clean. He said he had gotten it detailed the next day. The car was in pristine condition, folks.
And you're just eating your bacon, egg, and cheese croissant.
Moments later, I ask him to pull over on the 101 North.
Yeah.
He says, why? And I projectile vomit, bile, sandwich, and last night's shitty drunk food all over his car's windshield.
No.
Sometimes food makes you feel like I'm not a greasy food person when I'm hungover, like because it makes me feel
worse,
more nauseous. Yeah, like the smell of like grease and stuff, like really heavy stuff, makes me feel more nauseous. So I was like, that's where this is. And they're driving.
Yeah,
and
on the 101.
Hungover?
Yeah,
no, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, this poor man is like,
again.
It's like I just got this detailed. I vomit again all over myself.
No.
And then lurch again into the Dunkin' Donuts paper bag.
Finally.
He immediately.
At this point, do you even need to throw up in the paper bag at this point? Like,
Jesus.
Come on.
It's like fucking everywhere. He immediately pulls over and I throw the door open. I'm bent over retching while staring at used drug needles and trash on the side of the highway, but I'm pretty much done. I take off my vomit-covered jeans, get back in the car, and fold them so that the vomit doesn't drop onto the seat.
Oh, considerate.
Being the good Christian man he is absolutely horrified.
Yeah.
I look at him and say something like, I'm not feeling very good. I don't think I can make it to outside lands. Sorry, I went out last night when I shouldn't have. Can you take me home? He starts driving, but insists that he takes me to his house so he can take care of me and make sure I'm okay. I insist I'm fine. I just need time to recover. I'm really sorry. Please just take me home. Also, sorry about your car. I know you just got it detailed.
You have to pay for that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? Like,
100%.
you have to pay cleaning.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. He decides he needs to feel chivalrous, and we have the most awkward, silent drive back to his house.
No, I said no. There is nothing like if I don't know why people do this when they think they know what is best for you in situations like this. It drives me. It is one of my biggest pet peeves. Like if I tell you I need to be alone to like handle this, or I'm not feeling well or whatever, I don't want you to fight me on it. Like I know what I need for myself, and I need to be alone. I know you think you're helping, but you're fucking not.
And like, when I just thrown up all over myself and your car, I don't want to be around you anymore.
Yeah,
I would like to pretend that it didn't happen underneath my blankets, watching Pride and Prejudice for the 347th time.
Let me recover in my own way. That is so annoying.
I end up spending several hours laying on his couch instead of my bed while he brings me water and washes my clothes. Nice, but to be honest, I wish he had just taken me home.
That's nice guy TM. That's nice guy TM. You know what I mean? Where I'm just like, you think ignoring what I want is chivalrous. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm triggered.
But I can only imagine how alarmed he must have been not knowing how alcohol worked. We texted the next morning agreeing it wasn't a good fit. I don't know what I was thinking going out with a Christian, but now that I reflect back on it, I don't think I knew about it until he mentioned going to church.
Lots of Christians drink though, girl.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's not synonymous for sure. I had a dad.
Seriously.
I had a dad.
Oh my God.
Woo. Oh, Lord. Okay.
All right. Well, that was
My friend set me up on a date with someone she worked with. He fancied himself as a bit of an impressionist. You guys are going to hate this. And kept doing really bad and really loud impressions and then chanting, guess that voice at me until I guessed who he was meant to be impersonating.
No.
It was so awkward because they were so bad that I didn't know who any of them were. He made a noise like a game show buzzer every time I guessed wrong, too.
No. No.
Oh, my God. I hate that. It's like me if I was trying to do like accents and I'd be like, guess that accent.
No.
You're like
Jamaican? I don't know.
Is that a person?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Nobody talks like that.
Just because you said mate doesn't mean
it's still not British. I don't. Eventually, he said the next one would be easy to guess, and he then started to cackle loudly. Naturally, my guess was a witch, and he said, well, obviously, yes, but which one? I couldn't guess because it was just a generic witch cackle. He then proceeded to repeatedly cackle at me over and over again while I reeled off every witch I could think of to make him shut the fuck up. He then hissed at a bemused person sat at the next table because they were staring at him.
Oh,
I was
he
so
hissed?
Could you?
No.
Imagine.
No.
Sir.
I'm like, ma'am, are you okay?
Applebee's.
Do you need help?
Oh my God. I was so mortified. It was such bizarre behavior that when I excused myself to go to the bathroom, was actually going to ring my friend and ask what the fuck this person was that she'd set me up with.
Yeah.
A random lady followed me in to ask if I needed her help to leave.
Yes, I do.
She said she and her husband had finished their meal a while back, but had hung around because I looked so uncomfortable and they wanted to make sure I was okay.
Thank you, ma'am. This would be me and Chris. Be like,
angels.
Can't leave yet.
Yeah, we can't leave.
We gotta.
I gotta see. I gotta see how this plays out. Yeah,
we need to protect her. Maybe.
I didn't accept their kind offer as I was already planning to tell him I was leaving anyway. My friend was so confused when I told her how he'd behaved. Apparently, at work, he was very quiet and shy. She later told me he'd gone into work and told her he thought the date had gone well.
Honey. Honey.
Babe. It's not the worst date I've had, but definitely up there with the weirdest ones.
Oh my God. Wait, what witch? I need to know what witch.
I do too. Seriously. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
He's like, who am I?
Like,
I don't know. Just being held hostage. That's honestly when people make you guess things on a date too.
No.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
It's not trivia night. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking first date.
Also, never make me guess your age or your weight.
No.
When people do that, when they're like, how old do I look? Well, how much do you think I weigh? Don't put me in this position.
I'm always so far off anyway. I can't. I'm like, I don't want to guess. I am the worst.
No, because you're just going to, if you go like too old, you're going to insult them.
Every way.
Like,
yeah. No. It really is though. Like, first dates are not talent shows. Like,
but I want them to continue to be, because those are my favorite stories to tell.
Yes. I still think one of my favorite talent show dates is the guy that had the ninja.
Yeah. I
the
think about that.
ninja in the woods.
Yes.
And her dad came to watch. Oh my God. I do remember that one vividly.
So good.
So good.
God. That was a listener. Yes. That was so funny.
That was so fucking funny. Oh my God. And yes, the puppets in the trunk, the actual
you know what? I also think about the Care Bears that got brought to dinner.
All of these have been my stories, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes. I remember the
the
Care Bears one had pictures.
Had pictures. I recall. If listeners, if there are stories that you're like, I really remember that one really sticks out to me. I want to hear. I want to hear which stories you remember most vividly.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Like a best of kind of again or something.
Oh, totally. I would love that. Well, you guys want to take 5 and come back with the Tainted Love?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
And we're back. And I have the Tainted Love story this week. Wow. Woo, wee, wow. I had never heard this story. I found it on one of the shows that I always watch, like Fatal Vows or something.
Yeah.
And then also found that it was also covered on like Fatal Relationships or something. It'll all be in our footnotes. It'll all be in our on the website. But I desperately tried to find a podcast that had done it too, because sometimes when I've done one and then there's been time between when I researched it and when I tell it, I like to kind of give myself like a once over or a once through, just to see if like maybe they picked up another tidbit that I didn't catch in an article or whatever. And I couldn't find one single podcast that covered this story.
Ooh.
So
dang,
you heard it here first, folks.
This is diabolical. This story is diabolical. You are going to hate it.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
And it's going to start off strong with a strong hate. It's 1971. John Watson is on his second divorce. He's traveling through Central America, and finds himself in Guatemala. He's living in Guatemala, interning under a professor. This is where he meets Everlida. I don't know how to say her. I've heard it 2 different ways, like Everlida or Everilda. Everilda is the one that seemed
go with whatever one feels most.
Everilda seems like the one that most people had said, but good story or good news. I never have to call her that again because her family and friends always called her Evie. So
perfect.
Yes, very, very lovely. She her family and friends, this is what she has always gone by. She's just 15 years old.
Hate that.
Hate it.
I
Hate
hate
it.
that. He's on his second divorce?
Nope.
Bro, no.
But don't worry. It's, he leaves, but comes back just 2 years later when Evie is 17 and he's 34.
Get wrecked.
Everybody is like, they're happy, they're in love though. And even though her family is like, say what? They decide.
I'm so sorry. If my 34-year-old brother was like, here's my 17-year-old girlfriend, I'd be like, can you come here and shut the door, please?
No. Yeah, exactly. Who do you think
we
you
need
are?
to have a fucking
president?
conversation.
So he goes back to visit, and he's 34, she's 17. They fall for each other. She decides, against, like, I think her parents and her family's wishes, that she's like, against our better judgment, I guess you're going to do what you're going to do, because she's a strong, independent woman and will not be told.
She's a teenager. That's why she's going to do what she's going to do. That's why she's not listening to her parents, is because she's 17.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like,
she joins him in California, where they get married in 1973. Evie finishes high school while John becomes a math teacher. They end up settling. That's so fucking. I know. I told you were hating it. I told
criminal.
You were
criminal.
Hate it.
Also, he's a math teacher in high school. Where is he teaching math? In high school?
Yes.
Cassie, no, you cannot marry a 17-year-old and then go to teach high school.
Apparently can.
Somebody should look into your background. Like, I'd be like, you're disqualified.
I feel like that should come up in a search. Yeah.
How old's your wife? No, you can't be around these teenagers.
It's 1973.
Yeah. So
yeah. She's probably going to a different high school that he teaches at, I'm assuming.
You care?
Well, I don't know. Apparently she was very popular in school. But I mean, it's one more year before she graduates. They end up moving to IE, where Inland Empire. Sorry for those who aren't SoCals. The Inland Empire, where John gets a job. He starts a new job as a math teacher as well in an Ontario school. They happy, loving. Everybody seems to think everything is hunky-dory. They end up having 3 boys. John is a very strict disciplinarian. According to the boys, he's not one to skip a beating. However, it doesn't seem as though like there's much drama between mom and dad. It seems like, he's just a strict disciplinarian. There was not much more to it than that. Evie is known for her sunny disposition. They could not be more opposite. She is a gregarious, like friends with everybody type of girl. She is just, lovely, has lots of friends. She even has some family that ends up moving there, so she's the go-getter, the out and about kind of gal. And for the most part, they just really settle into like their own habits. She is gregarious. She is a go-getter. She wants to spend time with her friends. And of course, she's also like half his age. So can still do those things. So she is going out, and it seems as though they're kind of starting to separate. He's definitely more of a homebody. He wants to stay in. She goes out, stays out later and later. It's very much one of those, I mean, imagine you married a 17-year-old and she wants to go party.
Exactly. It's just, it's so annoying to me because I feel like it's tale as old as time with these stories where men marry literal children. Like you married a teenager and then you're surprised when they're doing teenager shit, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Like, of course, now you're in your 40s and she's in her 20s.
Yeah.
She's
that's
doing
going out time.
20-something stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
And you're like, I can't believe you would behave this way. It's like, well, maybe you should have married a woman your own age, dummy.
Yeah.
However, so in 1994, I mean, they've been married now, 20 years. 21 years. They sit down. They realize
and she's not even 40 yet.
They realize.
Sorry.
They realize that their paths aren't totally merged any longer, and they decide to sit down, the family, the 3 boys, and discuss with him that, like, hey, we're considering separating and getting a divorce, and we wanted to have you be part of this conversation. And the kids, of course, what kid's gonna be like, yeah, besides me, I was totally for that when I was a kid, but like most kids are gonna be like, no, don't separate our family, stay together. And of course, that's what these 3 boys did. They were like, no, we want.
That's selfish of them. So,
well, they're probably teenagers.
They're kids,
right?
So,
yeah,
I know. I'm with you. I'm with you, Cassie. Like I remember used to wish for it.
Oh yeah, I did. I used to. Yeah. But you know what? It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, dive down that path. It doesn't make it better.
It depends on the kind of relationship you're seeing from your parents too.
That's true.
I think I saw things where I was just like, yeah, if you want to get separated, that's fine. But if they kept things really contained,
that was
to just
part
them,
of it.
And then their family life feels really good to the kids, they probably don't. Kids don't, especially if they've never had real relationships of their own. They're not like old enough to have gone through relationships.
Understand the complexities, and
they don't.
Yeah,
which is probably why you shouldn't. I understand that they wanted to,
and don't put that on them.
Exactly.
Right.
I understand that they probably thought that they were doing the right thing by like having this be a family conversation, but it's like, this is not a family decision.
Yeah.
It's not.
And to be fair, like from what one of the sons was saying, that they always fought in Spanish specifically to kind of keep it from being
between them.
Yeah, so that it wasn't, it didn't spill over so much. And the fights were more or less about like money and, general topics that people fight about, So I don't think that they really even understood the levels which they weren't happy.
And I think that's the other thing too. It's just like a failed marriage, or like not bad, but like a marriage you don't want to be anymore. It doesn't have to be like throwing pots and pans at each other, and screaming and having the police called, and
that's right.
And
that was my family.
But it doesn't have to be that though. Like it, for whatever reason, the marriage isn't working anymore, and like you guys are not happy and like living as your most happy selves. That's a valid reason. Yeah. That's a good enough reason. So you don't need to bring your kids into it.
So, however, they do stay together because the kids were like, we really want mom and dad to stay together. So they're like, okay, great. But again, they're really living kind of separate lives pretty much. They're day and night. They aren't necessarily compatible really. Yeah, at this point. And Evie starts to gets a job. She starts to work, starts becoming a little bit more independent. And by the time Evie is 48, she's like, you know what? I think it's time. I think we've run our course. I think it's time to separate. The kids are grown. She's making her own money. It's not a ton of money, but there's, this is like years of ups and downs, right? John had been investing money his whole life. He's the saver. He's the one who's like putting all the money back, planning for retirement, makes himself a nice little nest egg. And he's, 67 at this point. He's gonna, need that money to last him for the rest. Yeah, live on for the rest of his life. At this time, he also gets, around this time. So this is like, around this age, he gets the news. He ends up telling his youngest son, his 16-year-old son, that he found out that he has prostate cancer. He decides that he does not want to tell anybody else. He only tells his son. He doesn't want anybody to know. He doesn't want Evie to know. He doesn't want Evie to know because he's like, well, if she stays with me, if we stay together, I don't want it because of that,
I'm sorry. You don't put this shit on your teenage son.
That's
what
rough.
the fuck
real
are you
shitty.
doing?
Yeah. He's also, struggling a little bit with apparently with the effects of the treatment. But they're Evie and John are still together at this point. And even though, it kind of feels like Evie's like wants his divorce, it feels like she's kind of starting to get ready to make more independent moves. But by now, it's almost her 50th birthday, and John decides, you know what? I'm going to put together this incredible surprise party for Evie. I want her to have something fabulous, right? And so he puts together this surprise party, and then it's for her 50th birthday. He, at the end of the party, surprises her with tickets to Vegas. They love going to Vegas. This is something they've done in the past. They both like different types of gaming. So it's not unusual for them to go party in Vegas and John to hit the tables and Evie hits the slots, But they, it's their way to have fun. They love Vegas. It's their great getaway, right? So they go to Vegas, having a good time, seemingly. During the trip, the kids are like, oh, we're not going to disturb mom and dad. They're probably having a good time, enjoying themselves. But during the trip, apparently Evie and John are driving out in Old Vegas, and they are in the car, and she finds a pamphlet that kind of basically is about like a cancer like support group and about prostate cancer. And she's like, what is this? And he's like, oh, I didn't want to tell you this way, especially this way. But apparently she finds out about this diagnosis and she's completely upset, right? Like totally furious. Like, why didn't you tell me that this was happening? And so she decides that she's going to go cool down and takes a walk. The next day, John calls the boys to tell them their mom's missing, and he's been out looking for her. He can't find her. He's gone to all of her favorite places. He's just not able to find her. It's really bizarre. So suddenly, John makes it home. He also apparently had gotten a call from her saying, "Don't worry about me. I met up with another Guatemalan woman who's actually going to drive me to LAX from fucking Las Vegas. Super cash.
No, she's
no big
not.
Deal.
Nobody wants to drive their friends to LAX when they live in Los Angeles. Nobody's driving
Vegas.
from Vegas to LAX.
With a stranger.
Yeah.
No.
Things that never happened. Part one.
Also, I'm sorry. You don't leave your partner in another city.
Yeah.
That's not.
No.
And
like
let them drive with a stranger. Like, no. This is the worst cover story of all time.
And also, you're not going to call your
terrible.
kids.
Yeah.
What she did do is apparently she left them a note written in Spanish for the kids about how she was leaving and heading for Guatemala. He said that the call, came in. There's this letter. No big deal. But he is starting to be a little concerned because he must have been, because when he returns back to to Ontario, California, he goes to her aunt's house. It's like her aunt or cousin, Marina's house. And he's like, have you seen Evie? So did she get a ride back to the airport or is she missing? Everybody's really confused, of course. Yeah. The boys find out that Evie did not make it to Guatemala. She did not make the plane. She didn't, surprise, did not make the flight. And they decide to call a homicide detective to find out what's going on. This homicide detective is their aunt's a friend, like a acquaintance. So they end up, the police get called. The police come out to the house. They, interview John. They interview the boys. They're like, what's going on? Why was there no missing persons reported while you were in Vegas? Like, what are you doing here if you have a missing wife? Like, there's a lot of questions we have at this point. Again, he's got no answers. The police decide to take a look through the house. They find nothing suspicious. And there have never been any like prior calls or anything. So they're like, this is just weird. However, when they decide to search the car, they find some surprising things. Various cleaning supplies, bleach, plastic sheeting. They find
all the things you normally keep in your car.
Also,
incense.
It's been a while. Like, not to tell you had a crime, but like, it's been a minute. Why is this shit still in your car?
Thank you.
I know I have like stuff in my car that I've been meaning to take to the Goodwill for like 3 months, but this feels like a different situation. You know what I mean? I feel like if you have murder tools, you should get rid of those.
And
if you have
something you're not going to want to sleep on, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
If you have like cardboard with blood on it in the back and the trunk, you might want to
die.
Yeah. Also, one of the backseat seat belts they find blood on, and they're like, "Sir, do you care to explain any of this?"
This is a level of arrogance.
He's like, "Do not worry, my friends. That is just from when we were driving in the car and she was in the back seat. It happens all the time. And she had my knife and she was cutting open this plastic case and like, she cut herself. It was like no big deal. Sir, no big deal. Okay, guys? That's all it was.
This man is so bad at lying.
Oh, he's the worst. It gets
like, this is
so much worse. In the car, they find other personal items. They find 2 keys and some receipts. They found the receipts for Circus as well as keys to the Tuscany Hotel. So they're like not a huge deal, but kind of everybody knew they were staying at Circus. So why also Tuscany? There's just things that are like, this is sus. This is incredibly suspicious. So they decide to bring him in. They're like, you know what, sir? We got a lot more talking to do. While they bring him in, they find that he has 2 fake IDs as well as his regular ID in his wallet. And now they can hold him for forgery because he's, this is actually a crime. You're not allowed to have
what the fuck he's got fake IDs for.
As an investigator, you must be so stoked when you get someone this stupid. Because, like, you didn't even have to, like, look that hard.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to go through. You didn't get rid of your fake IDs before you went in to be questioned by police. Stupid.
You big dumb dummy.
Also, but it is a forgery charge. There's not a lot they can do to hold him past, a couple days. And he's going to be able to post bail. So he does. But later, after that, one of their sons finds a gun in the home that had not been found. And we're like, this is weird. I've never seen this gun before. It looks like an older gun. And he turns it over to the police. And the police take it in for evidence because they can tell that it has been shot recently. They can also see that there's been some blowback onto the blood on the barrel.
Yeah.
The hole. And so they're like, we need to test this for evidence, of course. So upon his release, John heads out to who knows where. He's kind of on a nomad's journey at this point. He's like, there's definitely unsettled. John is unsettled. He's on a nomad's journey, right? Police are scrambling to find out anything. And they decide, of course, they're going to tail him as soon as he leaves. They're like, we need him under surveillance. They end up following him to Kernsville, California, which is up by you. And they follow him to a dump spot where once he leaves, the detectives go in right after him and find that he had buried a big plastic sheeting that smelled of decomposing, like rotting flesh.
No.
And yeah. So there's no body, but it does have blood and tissue and etc. on it. So they're like, we're taking that in to get it tested to see if it matches, right? So all this, they got the blood in the back seat. They have this plastic sheeting. As soon as they bring the plastic sheeting back, they are able to match it note for note to the plastic sheeting that was found in his car. So like the tear marks, like it's a zigzag, and it's a perfect match to the left in his car sheeting.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, again, this is all now going into custody so that they can do blood testing, et cetera. But that doesn't happen overnight like it does in CSI. So at this point, they're just like, okay, we got to find out where they've been, what's been going on. So they found that he had used one of his aliases to book 2 adjoined rooms in the Tuscany at the same time that he booked Circus. So he booked all of those hotels at the same time.
Premeditated.
So, a lot is leading up to this being premeditated for sure. So LVPD steps in as well. They help obtain some hotel footage security from the good news is that footage from hotel security in Vegas, they keep up to sometimes up to 90 days. So this is still within 2 weeks, even though, obviously 48 hours is the prime. This, because it's Vegas, they keep records for a little bit longer than most hotels might. So they're able to see, they don't see John walk in to the hotel. And so they start to really pay attention, and they see him check in with a disguise. He has a dark wig and a mustache on. I don't want to laugh, but it's so ridiculous. He's walking
terrible.
With a cane. They find out that he had used one of his aliases. They had asked, they're like, oh, did John Watson check in or, whatever? And then they were like, no, Joseph Nunez, though, which is one of his other identities, did book these rooms. So he booked this room. It's on the very corner, on the very out edge of this hotel complex. He then books the room next to it. The room itself is right by an exit door. It's so police go in. They literally check all the rooms. They're checking the 118. It's 218 and 210 or something like that. One room, there's nothing. In the one that's closest to the exit door, though, they do find, when they do swabbing around the sinks and everything, they find that there's blood. And
terrifying.
Yeah. And they then later also find that the floors, they saw places that looked like they could be stains, but weren't sure. They cut up the floor and roll it back and find that it is soaked in.
Imagine finding out you stayed in that hotel room.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Terrifying. Awful.
Yeah. So they also are checking out some recent purchases. He'd made some recent purchases with his credit card at a Walmart, and they had found that this is where he had bought the deodorizing sprays, some bleach. He bought antifreeze with his credit card, but then right after purchased some things with cash, and both of them are on fucking camera, you fucking numbskull. But the guys are the police are like, well, he didn't. They find some weird anomalies at the Tuscan Hotel. One of the things was that within an hour, there were 20 in and outs from the room. And they're like, that's really suspicious. What was he going in and out 20 times for? And they're like, well, if he cut up the body, which is what they're, kind of predisposing at this time, he probably needed something to cut her up with. And so they realize that next door to the Walmart is a Lowe's. And so they find footage of him purchasing a bandsaw.
On
his Vegas trip.
I have to say,
Vegas vacation.
Cutting someone up, because we've told dismemberment stories before, always awful. Like truly, like the worst thing I can think of. But someone you were married to for 30 years?
Yeah.
Like the mother of your children? Like, what is wrong with your brain?
Yeah, truly.
You're fine.
That's so disgusting.
It gets worse. So they find that he had purchased a bandsaw, and they also noticed that he purchased the tools to put the bandsaw together. Like, who needs a bandsaw on vacation?
Yeah. No.
Like, what
no
are you
reason.
What are you doing? Like, obviously, this is all really stacking up. Problem is that they have no body, so they really need to collect all the evidence that they possibly could. But they do really feel like they're getting everything they need, and even without the body, they find that they do have enough to arrest him. Meanwhile, he calls his son Richard, one of his sons, to tell him, this is fucking quite crazy, tells him about a son he had previously had with a previous wife, with his first wife, and that he so many weird things. He like tells him the story about how he'd made threats in the past to President Nixon, and he had gotten arrested for it. So they the police reach out to his first wife, and they're like, what the hell? And she confirms the story. He had made threats to the president. He had kidnapped their son when he was 2, taking him to the South America. When he'd come back to Texas, he burned their house down, was arrested for arson. While in custody in Texas, he confesses to a murder of a woman who was hitchhiking in Oklahoma. They were not able to find that body, so he was never charged with it, but he was charged with the arson. He then tells his son that Evie, he's like, hey, your mom actually killed herself. She shot herself in the shower. And he's like, I panicked, so I cut her up and had to
that's what you
do. His story was, oh my God, this is the most fucking diabolical shit you've ever heard.
Also, again, why are you telling your fucking son this? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you?
It's fucking insane, right? He tells his story, though, was that she killed herself. And the reason she did was due to his cancer treatment. He had become impotent, and that she had wanted to try to have a threesome with a sex worker. He couldn't perform. Wait, Keegan, wait. He couldn't perform. So she was so upset that she had asked him to do it that she killed herself.
I fucking hate this man.
I hate Ahmet. Like, that's the most fucking bonkers bananas. It never happened, would never even be a thought. Like, anybody with a brain, but especially any woman hearing that is like, you got me so fucked up.
The narcissist of all narcissists.
Yes.
To think that other people, you don't know how other people's brains work, how a normal human brain operates, if you think for 1 second that anyone would believe this fucking story.
Yeah.
You're out of your
worst story
mind.
I've ever heard. Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, the police do not believe his story.
Yeah.
And arrest him. They end up finding him. He has been tailed most of this time, but somehow is able to make it, like, on the lam. He's like, they don't know where he's at. They catch his phone in Claremont, California. And for some reason, somehow or way or another, they remember that he'd been to this Denny's in Claremont, California before. They find him there. They found him with a bus ticket to El Paso, a disguise, a fake ID, new fake IDs, and thousands of dollars cash. Meanwhile, while all this has happened, DNA does confirm that all the blood that was found in his car, on the sheeting that was found in the desert, Kernsville, the blood that was found in the hotel room, everything is Evie Watson. The the gun that they found in the house does have that blood blowback. It is from Evie. So this is a weird part. I've read this, and I also saw it on one of the shows I watched. It wasn't in one of them, but it was in a couple sources. So apparently, while he was in jail, he had written some like notes or some confessions or something saying that not only had he killed her, but he had also cooked and eaten part of her. I don't know. I saw two sources that said that happened. I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, it sounds insane, but also like
this whole thing
guy
sounds insane.
Unhinged.
Yeah.
So,
and really, at the end of the day, the only thing they can boil this down to is like he had spoken to a friend not long before all of this went down, and he knew that Evie was getting ready to probably file for divorce. It's California. She's going to get half of his money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sir, this is a lot for a man who's just trying to avoid alimony. Like, my dude. So this all happened in 2006. Finally, in 2010, he's found guilty and is served the death penalty. He tries a couple times to get an appeal, have the courts look at the case again. It never really comes to fruition. And in 2024, he passes in custody at the age of 84. So.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So apparently he confessed to killing somebody else, like in the 70s?
Yeah.
And they were just like, I decay. Bye.
Yeah.
Drive safe.
Yeah. That he says that he did it. I mean, he told them that he did. He said that he told Texas police back when he was back in Texas, and because they couldn't find the body where he said it was, they were just like, no body, no crime, I guess. So maybe that's why he thought he could get away with it again. I don't know. It's
wow. Oh,
yeah.
That's so sad.
Upsetting.
Her whole life, and she was finally gonna get free.
Yes.
Probably enjoy her post like menopausal. Just Stella got her groove back.
Yeah.
That's so tragic.
Yeah. It's truly diabolical, like I said. And it's so sad. And these three boys are, left with no parents. It's just, it's so sad. And they just love their mom so much. And you can tell. You can really see it in the interviews. It's just the saddest thing.
Trauma.
Yeah.
So much trauma. Oh. Well, thanks for sharing that one, Cass. It's not one I'd ever heard of before.
Yeah.
That is so upsetting.
What are you guys watching this week?
Well, to lighten things up a little bit, I am watching the new season of Great British Bake Off. It's always so lovely. And I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, they did an episode that was back to school. It was back to school week.
I heard about the flapjacks.
And when I tell you, this was the most British episode of this show I think I've maybe ever seen. I was like, what is going on in your school system over there? One of the challenges was to make flapjacks, and I'm like, great, pancakes, right?
Yeah,
those are pancakes.
Yeah,
not in England.
What are they?
They're like granola bars. They're like made from oats, like an oat base with like something on the top cut into bars. And I'm like, how is this? It's not flapping.
No.
I don't understand. How is it? How is this a flapjack? I'm so confused. And then like everything they did, I guess, are things that they have in school. And I'm like, what is any of this?
The way we talked about that today at lunch, so I've literally heard this story twice. It's so funny to me. I have not watched it, but I feel like I have.
I know Americans do some wacky shit, but I'm like, how did that get called a flapjack? I'm so confused.
Yeah, Cassie, I actually saw, and I meant to send it to you, and I don't think I did. I saw there's a trend in Germany to eat pudding with a fork.
pudding with a fork. Yes, I saw
What?
this.
Why? Is it like a texture thing?
It's about like slow eating, I think. So it's about eating slow. You can't eat it fast. Yeah.
In huge groups and eating it with pudding with a fork. All right. You know what?
I haven't seen it in Hamburg, but I saw something in Berlin as well as Munich, where they've had like big gatherings of people in the park, and it's just like eating pudding with a spoon. And the idea is that you can spend more time talking and
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of like it. It's cute.
But I'm not really watching anything. It's been a crazy week. I think, did I talk to you guys last week about Task with Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Watching that. Other than that, we're not really watching anything. Although, by the time this comes out, I'm sure my husband is going to be subjecting me to his annual scary movie-a-thon.
Yeah.
So, I think he wanted to do all of the Alien movies in order.
Oh,
so
yes.
I think that's probably what I'm in for this weekend.
Yikes!
Well, at least some of those are good.
Yeah,
some of them not so good.
It's not for me. I'll say that, but good luck. Yeah. I, however, have watched something fabulous. And I think, Christine, you've already seen it, but I finally watched The Naked Gun.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the new one?
Oh, my God. It is a laugh a second. It is so stupid and so funny, and exactly, it's perfectly toned with the original, just laugh a minute. Like, everything is so fucking funny, and there's jokes every second. Yeah. Like, everything is funny. Everything is funny, and you're just like, oh my God, there's so many little Easter eggs. It was
we need that
perfect
in this day and age,
Yeah.
Just something silly.
Yeah, no, I loved it. It was very, very good. So, hey, if you guys have something that we should watch, if you have a book we should read, if you just want to reach out and say hello, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com. And we love you so much.
Cheers.